It's the Cape Fear Sea Devils and Chattanooga State Tigers to wrap up day one here at the 14th annual Brunswick Holiday Classic. And hi again, everybody. Chris Sheeman. Glad to be back with you. Let's meet the starting lineups first for the 6-3 Cape Fear Sea Devils and head coach Mark Lane. It's number 1, Avion Pinner. Number 2 is J.J. Moore. Number 21, Cooper Hawk. Number 23, Jefferson McLam. And number 32, Josiah Pierre Johnson. And now for Jay Price and Chattanooga State at 8-2 on the year. It's number 3, Dennis Lewis. Number 12, Caden Herman. Number 21, Nicholas Jones Hill. Number 32, Odell Bradley, the 4th. And number 35 is Janarius Snipe. Tigers coming off that win against Trevecca's JV team, 93-61. Cape Fear Sea Devils lost to Patrick and Henry last Saturday, 78-73. So the Sea Devils and Chattanooga State to wrap up our first day. Tomorrow, Cape Fear will take on Bryan and Stratton at approximately 3 p.m. Meanwhile, Chattanooga State's going to play in the first game tomorrow. So late game today, first game tomorrow, as they take on Caldwell tomorrow at 1. But business at hand as the Sea Devils control the opening tip. They get it down low. It's Moore to Hawk for 2. And some nice offense at the start for Cape Fear. Came in averaging 81 points per game, and Chattanooga State at 86.7. These two teams are mainstays here at the Brunswick Holiday Classic. More on that here in a little bit. Right now it's Lewis into the corner. Jones Hill can't get the 3 to go, and it hit the little shot clock thingy, so it'll go out of bounds. Last year at the Classic, Chattanooga State 1-2. They beat Brunswick 98-80, but they lost to Cape Fear in a good game, 98-94. Sea Devils last year 2-1. Again, they beat Chat State and East Georgia, and then they lost by 21 against Harcum. There's Moore out deep now, working the clock. The Sea Devils here on their second possession after getting the tip and an easy bucket. Moore, top of the key. McLam for 3, no good. Rebound controlled by the Tigers. Throw ahead goes in the corner to Jones Hill. Tigers, another good start to the season, and they lead Region 7 in points per ball game, as I mentioned, just about 87 a night. Working the clock here, Jones Hill to the elbow, gets it to rim in. Jones Hill on the year, averaging 12.6 points per ball game, shooting 49% from the field. Stepping into a 3, Pierre Johnson can't get it to go. Chattanooga State now. Bradley going to the ground, and we're going to get a jump ball as Moore tied him up. So possession arrow will keep it on this end of the court. Inbound went to Snipe, one of the best players in Region 7, Janarius Snipe. His defender fell down. They go instead to Jones Hill, and Jones Hill lost it out of bounds. So an awkward possession there for Chat State, and Cape Fear playing some good aggressive defense, getting the turnover. Moore, J.J. Moore, averaging 4.7 assists per game, and an assist on the opening bucket. Here's an assist. This time it's McLam to Hawk, who's got both buckets for Cape Fear. 4-2 Sea Devils at the start. Jones Hill, bounce pass to Snipe. And a triple try by Lewis is off the back iron. Dennis Lewis shoots 41% from 3, but couldn't get that one to go. McLam to the hoop, and he is fouled. First foul of the ball game. And it's on Jones Hill. Jefferson McLam averaging 19.4 points per ball game, shooting 52% from the field, 43% from three, and 79% from the free throw line. McLam is also 4th in the region in points per game, and he's 8th in three-point shooting at that 43% clip. So McLam gets them both, and it's 6-2 for Cape Fear. We're just about 3 minutes in. Herman into the front court. Lewis backing down, got double teamed, and it's off the leg of Moore out of bounds. 2 subs in for Jay Price. It's Tyree Smith, number 1, and Yerald Mises, number 2. Yerald averaging close to 12 a game off the bench and 4 assists as well, 5 rebounds. Really strong bench for Jay Price. Smith for 3, got it to go. Tyree Smith, 50% from 3. That pass is tipped. Moore recovers. Defense leaves him alone. Turnaround shot was no good. Snipe with another rebound. Here's Mises swinging it. Smith fakes the 3, attacks. Too strong on the shot. Tiptoes to save the possession. His pass is tipped, recovered by Bradley Jr. Couldn't get the bucket, though. But guess who? Snipes there once again. Snipe, and that's going to be contact. Pierre Johnson was looking for the steal and instead commits the foul. So both teams with the team foul. Six to 5, and that's going to be another quick whistle on Moore on the inbound there. So Moore's first foul. Mises into the forecourt. Snipe out deep. Bradley back to Yerald. He'll attack and he'll score. Yerald Mises, 48% shooter. Not a bad three-point shooter as well. And then we got a foul on him. And we're going to go to our first timeout. Already 2 lead changes in the first 4 minutes, and Chattanooga State on top 7-6. .58 left to go, just underway in our nightcap, and we expect this one to be tight. It was a 4-point game a year ago, and there's nothing that we've seen from these teams at the start of this new season to indicate that they won't be anything other than very competitive with one another. Out of the timeout, Pinner, and it was touched out of bounds last off the Tigers. So Moore to inbound it now for Cape Fear. Ooh, threw a rocket to Pinner, who got whacked in the face. Got the bucket and the foul. So Avion Pinner, 69% free throw shooter. He's averaging 10.4 points per game, 7.8 rebounds, 1.6 blocks per game as well. Pinner is actually first in blocks per game. That's not a huge number, 1.6, but it leads Region 10. Couldn't get the three-point opportunity. Snipe another board. Now Lewis into the front court. Smith over to Mises, and now back to Lewis. The 1-2-3 backcourt right now for Chattanooga State and Jay Price. Smith into the lane. Double pump shot rejected by Hawk, and it's out of bounds off Cape Fear. Now the shot clock is at 30, and it should not have reset. So we'll see if the officials, there's an official over at the scorer's table right now getting everybody on the same page. I'm not sure what it should be, though. That's the thing. You folks at home, well, they're going to put it at 20. So Cape Fear leading by 1. We've had 3 lead changes in this one. Moore double pumps, hung it short, tips it up, no. And the rebound trickles out to Smith, who buries his second 3. So Smith gets it to go. Chat State back up. Moore into the front court now for Cape Fear. McLam, Penner, and now Pierre Johnson backing down. Hawk with 4 points already. McLam with 2. His pull-up is able to trickle in. So 8 of the 10 from Hawk and McLam. We have our first tie tonight at 10. Cape Fear 6-3. Second best three-point shooting team in Region 10. Chattanooga State, good three-point shooters as well. We've seen a lot of attacking the basket. Oh, Smith, that's unfortunate. It's a travel, but there was a wet spot on the court that caused that slippage. I'm surprised nobody's taken the broom out there. Some more shuffling as for Chattanooga State. Lewis goes out, and Jaden Jenkins comes into the game. Also in for Jay Price, Chauncey Williams, number 24. For Cape Fear, Tillman is in. Number 4 is Amari Tillman. Moore almost slipped for Cape Fear, and yeah, they did call the travel. Six minutes and change into our nightcap, even at 10 apiece. Snipe out there. And on the screen, we got a foul called on Cape Fear. Snipe, Jenkins, Mises, Smith, and Williams for Chattanooga State. For Cape Fear, here comes Ben Ferguson in for Moore. So Ferguson, Tillman, McLam, Hawk, and a slam dunk there by Williams off the bench makes an immediate impact, gives his team a 12-10 lead, and then a bad pass there by Pierre Johnson. That was the 5th C double I was missing. He commits the turnover. Now Pierre Johnson goes out. And number 3 is Josh Laney into the game. A lot of shuffling from both of these teams. Remember, 3 games in 3 days. So when you got a lot of depth like both of these teams do, use them bodies. Smith with 6 points already for Chat State. Bounce passes it to Long. Long, the turnaround is no good. Rebound, Cape Fear. Here's Tillman on the far side. Ferguson for 3, too strong. Offensive rebound won by McLam, though. Ball fake by Tillman. Now Laney on the right wing back to him. 14 to shoot. We're inside 13 to go here in this first half. It's Tillman around 2 defenders, couldn't score. Rebound by number 34, Nicholas Long, in for Chat State. Smith over to Mises. He'll pull up for 3. Can't get it to go. Rebound won again by McLam. McLam attacking. Yes, and the foul. Good aggressive play there by McLam. We're even for a moment at 12. Jefferson McLam, 79% at the line on the season. I gave you his numbers, 4th in the region in scoring and 8th in three-point shooting. And he's gotten most of his action at the rim so far here today. And he gets another three-point opportunity. Pierre Johnson comes back in for him as Mark Lane continues the chess match. So our 5th lead change. Cape Fear by 1 now. Smith the bounce pass to Long. Macy's back to Smith. He'll attack. Dish it out. Jenkins the extra pass. Smith for 3. That's an air ball. Long on the block. Flips it up. No. Another putback attempt by Williams. Couldn't score. And here comes Cape Fear. Laney. Pinner back out there. Goes into the lane. Got tied up. His pass trickles out to Laney. Pinner on the wing, rocket to Pierre Johnson. The crossover, 2 defenders stay with him. Here's Tillman scooping, and he traveled with the basketball. He was probably going to get 2 free throws had he not shuffled his feet, but traveling is the call, and we'll go to a timeout. 11:39 left to go. It's a very helter-skelter kind of a game right now with Cape Fear on top, 13-12. That's me, Christian. I'm glad to be with you. 13-12. Good game so far. It's been a little helter-skelter. The offense hasn't been fantastic, but we expected a competitive game. And so far, we have gotten just that. Very hard-nosed, hard-hustling teams. And it's kind of plays like that that have led to the helter-skelter nature of today's game. Just a lot of active hands. Defensively, Cape Fear able to get a deflection that time. So they go back on offense, leading by 1. 14th annual Brunswick Holiday Classic here on Walter Shaw Court. Tillman into the front court. Swings it, Laney for 3 off the back rim. Cold shooting from behind the arc right now for Cape Fear. Williams got the board. Here come the Tigers. Steal there by Ferguson. Ferguson hasn't quite gained control of it yet, but he's going to be fouled by Williams, I believe. Chattanooga State from Region 7. It's the Tennessee CC Athletic Association. And they're always in the mix in that region for the title. They reached the championship game a season ago. Whoops. Pinner was a little bit early on that dime attempt. McLam going to come back in as Pierre Johnson goes out. McLam's got 6. Hawk with 4 for Cape Fear. Smith with 6. And then 2 apiece for Mises, Jones Hill, and Williams for Chattanooga State. A game we haven't played 10 minutes yet. We've had 5 lead changes and a tie so far. Mises, Jenkins, and another turnover. Sloppy play right now as both teams turning it over. 4-3 the fouls. Chattanooga State with 4, Cape Fear with 3. Sea Devils are 15th nationally in three-point shooting. They haven't found their touch yet here on Walter Shaw Court, though. Tillman into the front court. Pinner out deep. Pinner top of the key. Laney to the hoop, and Laney gets his first bucket right around the defense. Sea Devils by 3. Just past the midway point in the opening half. Gerald Mises pass tipped. Ferguson with the steal, and then a foul on Chat State. That's their 5th. Hawk comes back, correction. Jones Hill back in for the Tigers. And number 20 for Chattanooga State is Caleb Clark. Ferguson takes it left of the lane. Turnaround contested shot, no good. Rebound Smith. Then it's poked away. Pinner. And he gets the dime to Laney. So Laney's got back-to-back buckets. Cape Fear leads now by 5 on a 6-0 run. Biggest lead for either team in this game. It's been that tight. Jones Hill will try a triple, and he answers back. Nicholas Jones Hill, 46% from 3, and Cape Fear going a little too fast there as they commit the turnover. So lead is 2 now for the Sea Devils. That triple by Jones Hill gives him 5 and snaps a 6-0 run for the Sea Devils. Now a chance to tie with a 2, take a lead with a 3 for the Tigers. In the corner, Jones Hill back-to-back triples. He's up to 8 points. His own personal 6-0 run. 6th lead change of the game. Ferguson attacks. Ferguson off the glass, no, but it's put up and in by Pinner, his 2nd bucket. Cape Fear back on top as we ping-pong back and forth in an entertaining first half. Long with the extra pass out. Clark is wide open, can't get the triple. So off Cape Fear, it'll stay with the Tigers here. Jones Hill the inbound, Long. Jones Hill gets it back. He scored the last 6 for the Tigers. Long backing down on Pinner. Got it over him, couldn't get the bucket. Tillman the rebound. Laney going to work. Laney met at the rim. That's a block. Ahead is Smith, throws it, tried to throw it down and got fouled instead. So the initial block from Clark, and now free throws to come for Chat State. And we're gonna shoot those free throws when we come back. 7:50 left to go. Cape Fear leading by 1. Welcome back, everybody. 19-18, Cape Fear leading a slugfest right now against Chattanooga State. A couple of hard-nosed teams playing hard-nosed basketball right now. Hiroshima, glad to be back with you. 14th Annual Brunswick Holiday Classic. And it's free throws to come here for Chattanooga. One out of two at the line for Smith. He's up to 7 points. We are tied for the second time tonight. Pinner tries to answer and puts his team right back on top. Not the kind of transition defense you want there for the Tigers. Cape Fear pushing the tempo. And they lead by 2. No team has led by more than 5 in this one. Snipe back in, back and down. Counted in the foul. Snipe on the board for the first time. 7.8 points per game, 7.3 rebounds for Janarius. He's a 73% free throw shooter as well. And he completes the three-point play, our 8th lead change here today. .12 to go in the game. Hawk back in the game, swings it out. 3 by Tillman, no good. Fight for the rebound, and Snipe ran out of real estate there. So Tillman to inbound it for the Sea Devils. McLam. Ferguson, too strong off the glass, stays with it. Shot swatted by Snipe. Out to McLam for 3, no good. Snipe wrestles the rebound away. Here come the Tigers, up by 1. Jones Hill had his own personal 6-0 run, and he goes right to the rim. First player in double figures, Nicholas Jones Hill, came in averaging 12.6 a game. He's got 10 here in the first half. Still 6.5 to play. McLam handoff to Pinner. McLam had it poked away. It's a steal by Jones Hill. The throw ahead to Lewis. And that's going to be a goaltend. Count the bucket for Lewis, his first of the game. Chattanooga State leads by 3. Smith goes out, and number 12 for Jay Price's team, Caden Herman, out there. Tillman into the front court. Lewis some ball pressure. McLam. Pinner using the baseline. Tillman open look for 3, got it to go. Tillman on the year, 59% from 3. Not a guy you want to leave wide open. And we have our 9th lead change of the half. No, correction. It's just a 2-point lead for Chat State. My apologies. Tigers do turn it over, though, on the sideline. Pinner, who has 6 points tonight, will inbound it. Tillman into the front court. There's Ferguson. Step back Jay, way off. And that was off Chattanooga State as Clark just ran out of room. He goes to the bench. Odell Bradley, who started the game, back out there. Scoreless first half for him. Ferguson, Tillman top of the key, gets a screen, step back 3, yes. I mentioned this Cape Fear team, real good three-point shooting team, and now we have our 9th lead change. Deflection there by Ferguson to knock it out of bounds. 5:13 to go here in this first half. It's been a fun one between these two top quality programs. Foul before the pass is the 6th on Cape Fear. Next one will put Chattanooga State in the bonus. And they were looking to go back door there with Bradley, but instead it was deflected off Cape Fear, so they got to do it again now. Cape Fear take on Bryan and Stratton tomorrow, approximately 3 p.m. Here's Lewis. He got fouled, and that is bonus time for Chattanooga State. So Cape Fear tomorrow against Bryan and Stratton at 3, and then Sunday against Harcum at 1. All times approximate. We've been about 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes off, depending. Chattanooga State tomorrow, first game. They'll take on Caldwell. Sunday, they'll take on Brunswick. Lewis at the line, 87% free throw shooter. This is a really good free throw shooting team, Chattanooga State. 77% as a team. And Lewis gets 1 out of 2. It's my fault, Tigers fan. I jinxed them. We're tied at 3. It's our third tie, excuse me. That's what I meant to say. Pinner, corner 3. Rebound by Herman. Here's Lewis. Extra pass. Bradley for 3. Too strong. Tip rebound. Controlled by Pinner. Number 10 for Cape Fear, Josh Helms back out there as Hawk gets it down low. Can't get it to go. Snipe another rebound. Well, he's approaching double-digit numbers in rebounding. Herman for 3, way, way too strong. And it's off Chattanooga State and out of bounds. McLam goes out of the game. Pierre Johnson back in. Pierre Johnson, Ferguson, Hawk out there with Helms and Pinner. That's the 5 for Cape Fear right now, although that'll change at the next dead ball. Pierre Johnson over to Helms. Swung over to Pinner in the corner. Ferguson attacks. Helms, the mid-range, too strong. Flying in Pierre Johnson. Got to get it off. They just beat it. Actually, they don't, because they don't draw iron. Ferguson airballed it. So shot clock violation. And the ball will go back to Chattanooga State. When we come back, we are tied at 27. We'll take this timeout and come back. Welcome back, everybody. 3:53 remaining in this first half. All tied at 27. We've seen a lot of wild shots here in this game. The offense has not been great, but it's been a very competitive, hard-nosed game between two very talented teams. Rocket pass down low to Snipe. The fake, but it's swatted anyways by Hawk. I believe that's his second block. Staying with it is Clark, and he didn't get the bucket, but he's fouled, so he'll go to the free throw line. No team has led by more than 5 in this game. We've had 9 lead changes and 3 ties in the first half already. I said it was Clark. It's not. It's Bradley. Odell Bradley, the fourth, 82% free throw shooter. 8.5 points per game, 4.9 rebounds. Shooting 45% from the field this season. So Bradley misses them both. 2 rare misses for him. Pierre Johnson going to work. Gets around 2 defenders and scores his first bucket. A tough earned one. Pierre Johnson came in averaging 13 a game, so quiet start to this one for him, but he gives the Sea Devils a 2-point lead, 3:09 to go, and then a throwaway there. Bad pass by the Tigers. Helms throws it front court. Pierre Johnson bounce passes it to the cutter. Oh, what a reverse. Ferguson and the foul. Ben Ferguson, 58% free throw shooter, will go to the line, try to match Cape Fear's biggest lead of the game. Herman goes out. Gerald Mises comes back in. And the free throw is off the mark. Lead is 4 for the Sea Devils. Mises into the forecourt, attacks, throws it up. Bucket no good on the putback attempt by Snipe. Pierre Johnson attacks, gets around his man and scores. Cape Fear going very quickly now. Biggest lead for the Sea Devils is 6. 2:33 to go until halftime. Mises pass is out of bounds. So we saw an offensive show by both of these teams last year. A game that Cape Fear won 98-94. This one more defensive minded, at least here in the first 20 minutes. Mises looking down low for the big guy, Snipe. The fadeaway got it to go. That's not Snipe, that's Jones Hill. My apologies. On the inbound, a deflection there. Good hustle play by Bradley, but it'll stay with Cape Fear. th Annual Brunswick Holiday Classic, wrapping up day number 1. Third of 10 games that we'll have for you here on the Dolphins YouTube channel. Thanks for hanging out all weekend long with us. We appreciate it. Osborne in for the first time. Couldn't get the 3 to go. Demaja Osborne was long on the 3, and then we got a foul called, and we'll walk down to the other end for free throws. Second on Pierre Johnson. So he goes out of the game. McLam back in with 6 points in the first half. Pinner, Tillman, McLam all have 6 points each for Cape Fear. Gerald Mises, 82% free throw shooter on the season. He gets the first one to go, front end of the 1-and-1, although it still says, oh, this will be the last 1-and-1 on the 9th team foul. One out of 2 again. Free throws not going down for Chat State. Helms into the forecourt for Cape Fear. Helms, McLam for 3. Still can't quite find the distance. Gerald Mises going 100 miles an hour to the bucket. Too strong off the glass, though. McLam throws it ahead looking for Gilmore. That's Caleb Gilmore. Osborne steps left, fires a triple, can't get it to go. 3-on-1 now for Chattanooga State. Lewis, no. Nisi's put back, yes. He's got 5 here in the half. 1-point game now. And we got a reach. I believe that'll be team foul number 7 on Chattanooga State. So a 1-and-1 for Cape Fear with 1-1-1 to go until halftime. Stupid. I'm sorry. Josh Helms, perfect so far in limited opportunities at the free throw line this season. And I think Jay Price is calling timeout here. What's going on? Mark Lane is not happy because Jones Hill kind of walked into the free throw shooting area there. So we got a timeout, I believe, taken by Jay Price. We're going to step aside here for just a moment. 2-point lead, and we have one more free throw upcoming here for Helms. Cape Fear just getting into the 1-and-1 as Helms gets it to go. 3-point lead for Cape Fear. A first half where we've had 9 lead changes and 3 ties. No team has led by more than 6. Long lost a dribble and a late whistle on Cape Fear. So Sea Devils thought they had a turnover, and instead it's a foul. And that's the 10th on Cape Fear, so double bonus time. Nicholas Long, a 50% free throw shooter on the year. Chris Shima, glad to be with you. We'll take the full halftime break, and coming up in the next 57.2 seconds of game time. One out of 2 again at the line. Osborne got the rebound. 50 seconds left to go here in the first half. Catch and shoot 3 is off the back iron from Gilmore. Offensive rebound now. McLam baseline shot is good. So McLam up to 8 points here in the half. Lead is 4 for Cape Fear, as Mark Lane, I believe, calling timeout now with 33.8 seconds left to go. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. And again, we'll set the schedule for tomorrow. So Chattanooga State is going to play in the first game tomorrow. It'll be at 1 p.m., Tigers fans, against Caldwell. And then Cape Fear takes on Bryan and Stratton at 3, and then Brunswick and Harcum. As much as we thought the nightcap today was going to be the game of the day, I think tomorrow Brunswick and Harcum will be the game of the day. Although Chat State and Caldwell should be pretty interesting as well. As Caldwell's, I wouldn't call it rebuilding mode, but they've got a younger team. 33.8 seconds to work with now. 4-second difference game and shot clock. More like 3 seconds. Macy's with 5 points in the half. Swings it out. Extra pass by Lewis. Got it to Barber in the corner. Now Bradley. Bradley, too strong off the glass. 9 seconds for the Sea Devils now. McLam into the forecourt. McLam forced that up. It's put back up and in by Osborne, but he had a guy. Ferguson was wide open. But Cape Fear matches its biggest lead as we go to the locker room. It's the Sea Devils by 6 in a competitive first half here at the 14th annual Brunswick Holiday Classic. We'll be back with all the second half action in about 15 minutes. Don't go too far. Welcome back, everybody. Second half officially underway as Cape Fear will possess to start the second period, leading it by their biggest margin, 39-33. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. 6-3 Cape Fear taking on 8-2 Chattanooga State here at the 14th annual Brunswick Holiday Classic. And if you're just joining us, it was a nip and tuck first half. Cape Fear matching its biggest lead at 6. We had 9 lead changes and 3 ties in that first half, as the triple try is good for Jones Hill, who has been red hot. He has 15 to lead Chattanooga State. For the Tigers, Smith with 7, Mises with 5. 3 for Lewis, 2 for Williams, 2 for Snipe, 1 for Long. Jones Hill, his second, I should say, 6-0 run in this game. And he has tied us for the 4th time here today, as McLam down on the other end was slow to get up. He is up quickly. That's a good sign. And we have, I believe, a timeout was called by Cape Fear. With just underway here in the second half, we will step aside briefly. Welcome back, everybody. Just underway here in the second half, tied for the 4th time. So McLam goes out. He has 8 points. He is getting looked at by the trainer as we speak. For Cape Fear, Pinner with 6, Tillman with 6. Pierre Johnson has 4. So does Laney. So does Hawk. And then 2 for Helms, 2 for Osborne, 2 for Ferguson. And I think I got everybody. So those are the first half numbers as we're underway here in the second half. Pull up by Pierre Johnson, no good. Went in and out, tip rebound to Jones Hill. Throws it ahead for Lewis. And Lewis lost the handle. Jones Hill was there. He scored the last 6 points in this game. Gets it back out to Lewis. Lewis looking into the post for Snipe. Instead goes to Smith. Smith blocked by 2 guys. It trickles out. Oh, no. Pinner just kept it in bounds on that baseline. Terrific play there by Avion Pinner. Catch and shoot, Pierre Johnson can't get the 3 to go. Tipped up and in by Pinner. And Cape Fear retakes the lead. Pinner now with 8 points. A 4-point victory for Cape Fear over Chattanooga State a year ago. Lewis for 3, no good. Rebound by Tillman. Throws it ahead to Pierre Johnson in the front court. Drives right of the lane, into the lane, swatted by Jones Hill and then saves. So Jones Hill doing it on offense and defense. Then Smith is swatted by Pinner. Oh, some great defensive plays here in this second half. Pull up by Tillman is no good. Snipes got the rebound. Back and forth we go in a 2-point game. Smith throws it cross court. Can he get another one? His 3rd triple. Jones Hill has scored the last 9 points in this basketball game. Answering right back is Moore. That's Moore's first bucket. Correction, Pinner had 2 for Cape Fear. Now 11 lead changes in this game. And Pinner answers right back to get into double figures now. He's got 10. Make it 12 lead changes. What a game this has been. Moore swings it out. It's a catch-and-shoot three. Pierre Johnson couldn't get it to go. Ball goes out of bounds back to Chattanooga State. Hiroshima, glad to be with you here at Brunswick Community College, with you all weekend long for Chattanooga State. Quick turnaround tomorrow against Caldwell at 1. Cape Fear will take on Bryan and Stratton at 3 p.m. tomorrow. All times, well, the Cape Fear game is an approximate start time, earliest start time. Pull up by Jones Hill. He is red hot. He cannot be beat right now. Jones Hill is up to 24. He's got 24 of the 46, more than half his team's points. Pierre Johnson, the pinner. Pinner backing down, spins, scoops, and finger rolls it in. Pinner now with a dozen. It's a 1-point game. Smith, well, they got to find Jones Hill again. They're look down low for Snipe. Got a man in the air. It'll be a foul on Pinner. Timeout on the court. We'll step aside. 15:42 left to go in the game. We'll be back. Welcome back, everybody. 15:42 to go in our finale of our triple header today. Triple header tomorrow, quadruple header on Sunday here at the 14th Annual Brunswick Holiday Classic. Janarius Snipe, 73% free throw shooter on the year, goes to the line. And Snipe gets them both. He's got 4 in the game. Moore into the front court. Hand off to Tillman. Pierre Johnson back to him. Left wing three, Tillman, too strong. That's going off the foot of Pierre Johnson. Lead is 3. Game that's had a dozen lead changes and 4 ties. Biggest lead for Cape Fear, 6. They had that a couple of different times as Lewis walks it into the forecourt. Jones Hill slipped. 3-on-2 for Cape Fear to the hoop. The bucket by Moore, his second of the game. 1-point game. 5 minutes into this second half. Another game that looks like it's going down to the wire between these two teams. I can't remember exactly, but I think last year's game was overtime. The pull-up was no good. Offensive rebound by Smith. The big guy, Snipe, off the glass. Snipe starting to cook. He's got 6. Lead is 3 again for Chat State. Moore to Pinner for 3. No good. Rebound by Jones Hill. Jones Hill scored 9 of the 11 points in the game earlier in this second half. He's up to 24 points. Lewis cut off. Swings it out. They get it back to him for 3. There's going to be no shot, an offensive foul on the screen. Our scoreboard is, what is our scoreboard doing? It looked like it was off for a minute, but I believe it's back on. I don't know, it's the ghost in the scoreboard. Moore on the far side. Back out there, McLam, so good to see him. He looked fine. He got looked at by the trainer, but I had no doubt he was coming back in. Dallow to Hawk, who lays it up and in. Patient offense there for Cooper Hawk. Came in averaging 6 a game. Smith, that pass was deflected off Cape Fear, so it'll stay with Chattanooga State. Again, Sea Devils within 1. Bradley to inbound it. Lewis out deep. Lewis into the forecourt. Jones Hill with 24. Pulls up inside the arc. Man, oh man. This is some offense here tonight. Nicholas Jones Hill, 26. Moore tries to answer back. Too strong on the 3. Rebound by Snipe. Snipe brings it into the forecourt. And the big guy now will get it to Smith. Smith goes left of the lane. Pass by Jones Hill. Stepping right, Lewis for 3, no good. Offensive rebound, Bradley. Bradley puts it up and in. This is the biggest lead for Chattanooga State now at 5, 54-49. Tillman into the front court. Tillman going to work. Tillman fouled by Snipe. Snipe with the swipe. Yeah, our scoreboard keeps going in and out on us, and I don't know why. Let me see what I can do. I don't know, folks. But I will keep you updated on the score in time. So Tillman gets the first one to go. Tillman on the year is an 87% free throw shooter. And he gets them both. So 8 for Tillman, 54-51. Chattanooga State, 12:30 to go in the game. Lewis on the far side of your screen. Mismatch here. Jones Hill, well, he finally missed a shot, but he missed it because he got fouled. 26 in the game for Jones Hill, and he goes to the line. Jones Hill misses the first one. He has scored, I believe, 11 points here in this second half. And he gets 1 out of 2. 27 in the game. Nicholas Jones Hill came in averaging 12.6. Quick three is no good by Tillman. Fight for the rebound. It's wrestled away by Jones Hill. They called a tie-up. It's going to stay with Chattanooga State. So 12:06 left to go. 55-51, Chattanooga State with the lead. More shuffling for Cape Fear. Avion Pinner checking back into the game. Pinner and Moore out there. McLam. Ferguson has come back into the game. Pinner gets yet another block. I believe that's his third, and then he's fouled. 11:46 left to go in the game, 55-51 Chattanooga State. And Pinner is slow to get up. Looks like he just needs a second. And we're going to go to a timeout anyways. So again, under 12, we'll be back here in just a moment. All right, welcome back, everybody. We're still having scoreboard issues, but 11:46 left to go in the game, 55-51 Chattanooga State. I'll keep you updated on the score and the time while we try to work through those little issues. 14th Annual Brunswick Holiday Classic. Gilmore back in for Cape Fear. Gilmore and Ferguson gets it down low to Hawk, who throws it down. 2-point game. Chattanooga State quickly in the front court. Smith up top, Lewis looking down low, and it's a turnover. 11:24 to go in the game, 55-53 Chattanooga State. Backdoor cut. The reverse is no good. Ferguson had it blocked. And then we have a foul called on Ferguson, frustrated there. 11:10 to go, 55-53 Chattanooga State. 14 fouls on the Tigers, 2 on Cape Fear, and they teed them up. So frustration for the Sea Devils, and the first free throw is good for Lewis. Lewis, 87% free throw shooter on the year. Rasheed Wallace says ball don't lie, so good call by the officials on that technical by the Rasheed Wallace logic of basketball, which I am a subscriber to. So lead back to 4. Chattanooga State will have the basketball. For Chat State, Smith in the backcourt. Bradley. Jones Hill stays out there. Long. And Lewis. Smith driving in, up top, Long for 3, no good. Lewis fighting for the rebound, it's tipped. Moore has it for Cape Fear. Throws it ahead to McLam. McLam banks it, no. Up and down we go now. For Chattanooga State, oh, it's another block by Hawk as Bradley took it to the hoop. 10:39 left to go in the game, 57-55, Chattanooga State. Jones Hill has 27 points. He'll inbound it for the Tigers. It's it into Long. Smith, 9 points tonight for him. Smith to the cutter, and Lewis got contact and the foul. Lead is 4 again for Chat State, and they can go up 5 if he hits this free throw. 59-55 Tigers, 10:29 to go in the game. Lewis on the year, again, 87% at the line. He hit those 2 technicals seconds ago. And he gets that one to go. So 8 tonight for Lewis. So Chattanooga State matches the biggest lead for either team. It's a 6-point lead, 61-55, 10:22 to go in the game. Tillman to Ferguson. Cross court, Gilmore for 3. Way too strong. Rebound by Long. Neither team outside Jones Hill has had a lot of consistency from behind the arc, which is interesting because these are 2 very good 3-point shooting teams. Steal by Ferguson. Ferguson to the hoop, couldn't get the layup. Put back, no, by Gilmore, and a whistle. We're just past the midway point. 9:53 left to go in the game. 60-55 in favor of Chattanooga State now, with Gilmore at the line trying to whittle into that deficit. Caleb Gilmore is just 43% from the free throw line this year. Harold Mises will come in, 5 points off the bench in the first half. Smith departs for the Tigers. So Gilmore gets 1 out of 2, his first point. 60-56, Chattanooga State. 9:48 left to go in the game. Again, our clock camera has failed us. Here is Long at the half circle. Lewis attacks. The reverse is good by Jones Hill, who's up to 29 points here tonight. 9:28 left to go. Chattanooga State leads by 6 again. Ferguson off 1 foot. Nope. Gets the offensive rebound out to Gilmore. Gilmore's pass is tipped, but Tillman is there. Swings it at McLam for 3. Offensive rebound again, down low. Ferguson shuffled his feet. 9:10 left to go. Tigers 62, Sea Devils 56. 5 fouls on Chat State, just 3 on Cape Fear. Keep that in mind if Cape Fear needs to extend the game later on. But still 9:04 left to go. Plenty of time for that to work itself out. Harold Mises to Long at the top. He'll face up and hit the jumper. They gave him space. He said, I'll take it. This is the biggest lead for either team now, an 8-point lead for the Tigers. Tillman rockets that pass for Hawk. And it seems like everything that Cape Fear is doing right now is just 1 speed ahead of what it needs to be. Hawk and Gilmore go out of the game. It's Tillman, Pinner, Ferguson, McLam, and who am I missing? Laney. That's the 5 right now for Cape Fear. 8:26 to go, 8-point lead for Chat State. Bradley gets it down to the big guy, Long. Long backing down on Pinner. Pinner stays with him, swings it out. Mises for 3, no. And Pinner chases it down, but saves it to the wrong team. Here's Long, slam dunk, and our first double-digit lead of the game. 66-56 Tigers, 8 minutes exactly to go in the game. Laney, top of the key. Ferguson drives in, swings it back out to Laney. Now Pinner spinning. He's blocked but fouled. And we'll have free throws when we come back. Cape Fear looking perilous right now, down by 10 here at the 14th annual Brunswick Holiday Classic. Welcome back, everybody. So our scoreboard is down, so I'll, like I said, keep you updated. But 66-56, Chattanooga State opening things up a little bit here in this second half. We have 7:49 left to go. Tigers did commit their 6th team foul here. Pinner with 12 points is going to be at the free throw line. Krishima, glad to be back with you here at the 14th Annual Holiday Classic. It's actually nice to be down here, too. It's nice to, when you're calling games at the home studio, because, you know, once you're done, you're pretty much in your PJs anyways. You just got to, you know, make dinner and you walk out to your living room, and here it's a little more work than that. They're checking something at the scorer's table. That's why I'm rambling like this, but I'm not sure what it was, maybe a foul issue. But Pinner now at the line. But it's always good to come down and get a little beach time and see what's kind of become my second family. And for the most part, much better than my regular family. Except for Mom, who might be watching. Mom's going to write me right out of the will. 66-58, Pinner almost had the steal, and he was able to deflect it. What a play. Avion Pinner pumped up as Cape Fear looking to make a comeback now. 7:47 left to go here in this game. So Tillman inbound it. Hits it in McLam, and his 3 ball is blocked. We have not seen the sharp shooting from McLam here today. He does have 8 points, came in averaging 19.4, and shooting off the charts, 52% from the field and 43% from 3. We have not seen that side of McLam yet here tonight. They're going to need that, Cape Fear, if they want to come back down 8. Tillman attacks, can't get it to go, but he's fouled, and that's important for a couple of reasons, because it's 7 team fouls now on Chattanooga State with still 7:36 left to go. So if you're trying to get back into it, obviously, if you can do it with the clock stop, that's gravy, you know. So Tillman a chance to get into double figures now if he can hit this second free throw. And he does. So 10 for Tillman. 66-60, Chattanooga State. They've led by as many as 10. We were at 7:30 left to go in the game. Lewis on the far side, he stepped out of bounds. So Cape Fear, after that media timeout, with some momentum right now. Tillman in the backcourt, some ball pressure from Lewis. Tillman into the front court to Laney on the right wing. It's a screen. Goes to Tillman on the near side. Now Ferguson, 15 on the shot clock, 7:10 to go on the game clock. Tigers by 6. It's Ferguson swinging it out. Corner 3 by Laney off the back iron. Tipped rebound to Snipe. Jones Hill with 29 in the game. Gets it down low. The turnaround by Jenkins was no good. Cape Fear again, trying to whittle into this deficit. Down by 6. Laney pull up. Rebound controlled by Jenkins. .635 left to go in the game. Tigers 66-60. Much lower scoring game than what we had last year. Cape Fear won it 98-94. Harold Meese's on the left wing. Jenkins top of the key. 6 on the shot clock. They got to get moving. Forced shot, had to do it, and the shot clock hits 0. So shot clock violation. And it's been about 2.5 minutes now scoreless for Chat State. Hawk back in the game with 8 points for Cape Fear. McLam goes out. Pierre Johnson also in the game for Laney. Chat State rolling with that same 5. 6 minutes to go in the game. 66-60, Tigers. Tillman, contested shot. Tip for the rebound. It's won by Pierre Johnson. Pinner is open. He'll step inside the arc. Can't get the mid-range shot. Both teams have not been hot from the field today, and that's deflected off Cape Fear. Tigers keeping the Sea Devils at bay for the moment. 66-60, Chat State. 5:35 to go in the game. Lewis with 8 points. He's out deep near midcourt. Meese's on the near side. Drives in, swings it back out. Lewis. Oh, down low, the big guy's all alone, and they find him. It's Snipe up to 8 points tonight. That makes it an 8-point advantage again for Chat State, 68-60. 5:07 left to go in the game. Tillman to Pinner. Pinner with 12 in the game. Make it 14. Correction, make it 16. I was off. 68-62, timeout Sea Devils. Exactly 5 minutes to go in this basketball game. Welcome back, everybody. Back to live action. Chris Sheeman, glad to be back with you. 4:52 left to go in the game. Chattanooga State leading by 6, 68-62. That man has been red hot. Not that time, though, and it's off the Tigers and out of bounds. All right, I think we got our friend Mr. Scoreboard working again for us. This ain't ESPN, folks. I'm the broadcaster, the producer. I got Tom on the camera. I got that's one person helping. That's going to be an and 1 for the Sea Devils, and here comes Cape Fear again. 68-64. 8th team foul now on Chat State. What a second half, especially for Tillman now, who has really helped keep his team in it. 13 in the game for Tillman. Came in averaging 10.3. It's a 3-point game. Pierre Johnson the steal. Extra pass. Layup is good by Pinner. Pinner with 18, and it's a 1-point game. Mark Lane and company fired up. Timeout, Chattanooga State. 4:14 left to go in the game. We'll be back here in just a moment. Chattanooga State went up by 10. Right around the under 8 timeout. Cape Fear called timeout. Now it's down to a 1-point game. Tigers got sloppy with the basketball and cooling off on offense, although Jones Hill still with 29 points in the game. Pinner and Tillman have been the main culprits in this comeback for Cape Fear. Chris Sheeman back here with you almost exactly 4 minutes to go in the game. Another good one between these two programs. Jenkins swings it out. It's Lewis hanging, can't score. Fight for the rebound. It's chased down by Pierre Johnson. Bounce passes to Pinner. Out to Tillman for 3. No. Tip for the rebound, and it's controlled by Jones Hill. Yerald Mises brings it into the front court. 1-point lead for the Tigers, 3:29 and counting. Snipe out deep. Handoff to Lewis. Mises in the corner, shot clock at 7, he attacks. Hung it short, Pinner's got the rebound. Pinner, Tillman, now Pinner attacking. Oh, he lost the handle on it. Ahead to Jones Hill, 31 in the game. Lead back to 3 for Chat State, and when Cape Fear's been in trouble today, again, it's just trying to do just a little too much. Or going a little too quickly than the brain can process. That was the case with Pinner. Now Pierre Johnson goes behind the back. Shot clock at 10, down low, Pinner banks it off the glass, and he's got 20, team high. Pinner and Tillman 32 of the 69 now for Cape Fear. Jones Hill with 31 of the 70 for Chat State, all by his lonesome. He gets it back. Lewis with 9 on the shot clock. Jones Hill for 3, not that time. Pinner chases down the rebound. Chance for Cape Fear to retake the lead as we go inside 2 to go in the game. Pierre Johnson had it deflected out of bounds. Tillman, quick inbound. Ferguson attacks, had it wrestled away. We'll call it a block. Snipe. Now Lewis into the forecourt. Minute 43 to go in a 1-point game. Down the stretch we go. Can the Tigers hold off the Sea Devils after going up by 10? Snipe backing down. The flip is good, and Janarius Snipe in double figures now with 10 points. 72-69. And we're going to get a timeout by the Sea Devils. We'll take it with them. Minute 23 left to go. We'll be right back. Left to go in the game. Chattanooga State by 3. It'll be Sea Devils basketball. Now Cape Fear, we talked about this earlier in this second half, they have only 3 team fouls. So if they have to go to the foul game to try to extend things, they're going to have to start playing some real aggressive defense. I mean, go for it right now with a minute 22 to go. But right now they're on offense. Tillman, 13 points in the game. He's played great here in the second half. Hawk back to him. Tillman takes the extra step, hung it short, rebound controlled by Bradley. And Bradley is going to call timeout. With 1:03 left to go, we'll be back once again. That's me, Chris Shima. Glad to be with you. Another nail biter between the Cape Fear Sea Devils and Chattanooga State Tigers. Tigers lead by 3. They'll have the basketball. Nisi's in the backcourt. Got to get it across. Bradley just does. I mean, just at the 20 on the shot clock. Yarrell Nisi's left it short. Put back up and in, though, by Snipe, who's got a dozen. 5-point lead now. Cape Fear got to keep the pressure on the gas here. 3 by Ferguson. Can't get it to go. Ball deflected. Throw ahead to Jones Hill. He's got 31 in the game. It's blocked by Pinner. Sea Devils got to go quick now. Got to extend the game as much as possible. Tillman for 3. That's going to be off. Ball deflected. Pierre Johnson for 3. No. And Cape Fear's got to start fouling. They have only 3 team fouls. Tigers playing keep away, but that's, you know, with 13.1 in a 2-possession game, now you only have 4 team fouls. You still have way more than that you need to get the Tigers in the bonus. So you're looking at a situation where you need 2 possessions. You've got to get them to the free throw line. And they're going to be able to run at least a couple seconds off of each of these fouls. So, like, now it's down to 11.4. So you're looking at maybe 6-7 seconds left in the game when they finally do get into the bonus. Lewis fouled by Tillman. So next one will put Chat State in the 1-and-1. Nisi's in the backcourt, gonna play keep away, run to the corner, and with 5.7, Nisi's hits these 2. I mean, it's pretty much over now, but if he hits these 2, that's ironclad, because that would make it a 3-possession game. Just not a great shooting night for the Sea Devils. That's really what it came down to today. It wasn't a great shooting night for Chattanooga State. They had one guy get hot, though. It was Nicholas Jones Hill with 31 points. That's the difference in the game. You had 2 teams struggling offensively, but one team had a hot hand. So an easy one at the buzzer. That'll count for McLam. Gets him into double figures, and your final score will be 76-71. Chattanooga State goes to 9-2. Sea Devils fall to 6-3. Chat State got to get to bed and get back in the gym. They're playing at 1 p.m. tomorrow against Caldwell. Meanwhile, Sea Devils will play Bryan and Stratton at approximately 3 p.m. That'll do it for us here on day 1 at the Brunswick Holiday Classic. We'll talk to you again tomorrow for another triple header. Take care until then.